Hi guys, Debbie here with Wrestling in 60 Seconds, bringing you your ROH media call from Tony Khan, and I'm summarizing it because the call was over an hour long, and a lot of the information was just the same type of general questioning referred to a different form. But let's get into this, and of course it's going to be longer than 60 minutes. He had Tony Khan address the Jack Perry, Mark Briscoe chair shot to the head. And he said, without getting into the mechanics of wrestling or giving gimmicks away or whatever, he wanted everybody to know that everybody in that match is okay. No serious injuries. And as an owner of the NFL football team and professional wrestling, he knows the seriousness of CTE. He was also asked about should chair shots should be eliminated altogether. And his reply was that in hardcore matches and in blood and guts, it's kind of like what is to be expected. And that he felt there are ways to get around how to do a chair shot without giving it away, without seriously injuring anyone. He also talked about the residency in Texas and the Von Erichs. He said it was a blessing to have the Von Erichs around, especially Kevin, anytime that they can get Kevin involved, and him talking to the younger talent, giving them his background and experience in professional wrestling. And they love having Marshall and Ross teaming up with people like Orange Cassidy and Dustin Rhodes. So it's a kind of a huge type thing, and I'm kind of interesting. I will be watching ROH Death Before Dishonor, and I will be covering it on my X account, which is Debbie Deans 8. So if you want to see the photos of that pay-per-view, in case you don't subscribe to ROH. Now, he was asked several times, he being Tony Khan, about the media rights deal. Everybody wants to know about the Time Warner WWE deal. Asked many times, like I said, in different forms, and he really didn't elaborate with it. When asked, could there be a separate deal with ROH, he said it's always a possibility. It's been included in their talks. But it's also, someone else mentioned, could it be a separate deal with a different company? And he said, well, there could be a possibility of that as well. When asked about the Texas crowds and the residency there, he says Texas is always, especially in the Houston area, always been a red hot wrestling area. And that, yes, they would probably do a residency there again for a while. And I mean a while, just a couple weeks, not continuing. Also, it was brought up, and I have to say this call was over an hour long. So for me to condense it in a couple minutes is a miracle. Was one of the things that the moderator had brought up. They asked Tony, because so many people had questions that wrote in. There were more writing questions than there were live questions from media people. He said that he would like to take this time, and he doesn't understand why, but WWE PR people are contacting media people dealing in wrestling and telling them that the Warner Brothers deal with AEW is done, that they haven't gotten any new additional funds. It's the same deal as it was last year, and he would like to put on record that that's not true at all. The deal is not finalized. And secondly, he doesn't understand why WWE PR people are contacting social media people referencing AEW business. He says, WWE has got their own wrestling, they seem to be doing well in the business, so why do they care about my media deal? I do think that's interesting, and you know, Anyway, I will, like I said, be on X tonight. The pre-show will be the 0 hour, and I will update you. Probably I'll post it on the community tabs, the matches for the 0 hour. They did not give them out yet. Oh, by the way, someone did mention how come they were so late in giving out the matches and stuff like this. And Tony Khan's reply is, if he gives it out too early, he's criticized. If he gives it out at the last minute, he's criticized. He's criticized for anything that he does. And, so anyway, I propose that 0 hour still will be on 7 p.m. Eastern Time on probably YouTube. And you'll be able to see some free matches. If you want to know some of the matches or some of the photos, I'll be on X taking photos. So I want to thank you for watching. Sorry it's so long. Like I said, it was over an hour. 6 minutes isn't bad. As always, thank you for watching, subscribing, and until next time, bye for now.